All right, we're back. No Look Podcast. Your boy Yo Soy, the man, goddamn T. How we doing?
Great, man. Good to be back in Florida, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, last week I was in Minnesota. Uh, Experienced some freezing cold temperatures, Austin.
Okay.
Got into the negatives, -5, -7, -15 at one point. So definitely glad to be back in the warm weather. One thing that I did do in Minnesota, went to the T-Wolves game, got a free shirt.
Became a
Um,
fan.
Became a fan, but I was a fan of D'Angelo Russell, so that's a fuel, to why I wanted to go. I got free tickets, ended up sitting in the lower section, of course. Watched James Harden's debut versus the T-Wolves, where he just absolutely went off. Had more threes in that game, Austin, than Ben Simmons did in his whole entire career as a Sixer.
Wow.
Yeah. Joel Embiid he floats like a butterfly. He's incredible to watch. Um,
So,
the
Tyler, overall, were you prepared at all to go into a location like Minnesota at this time of year? Like, did you even have a jacket, like proper footwear? I mean, living in Florida, you don't really need a down coat or anything.
Proper footwear, absolutely not. I still need to get a pair of boots.
Okay.
Um, Jacket, I do have. Is it appropriate for Minnesota? Perhaps not, but it's still a jacket nonetheless. It does the trick. When we were walking outside of the game after, they gave us these free scarves. So I had the scarf wrapped around my head with this shirt wrapped around my head
Mm-hmm.
even further. Like I was like Pooh Shiesty, just looking out of my eyeballs
Mm.
through the threads of the shirt to keep my little head from being frostbitten in the streets of downtown Minneapolis. But beautiful city. There's a lot of crime, but a beautiful city. They just updated the Target Center, the entrance for the basketball court, and then the Target Field on the other side. So it was really nice. It was a great experience. If you haven't been to the Target Center, I highly recommend it. I screamed obscenities to James Harden the whole entire game. Maybe he heard me, maybe he didn't. I guess only he would know.
I mean, he probably lost sleep over
But
some of the things you were saying to him.
perhaps I don't quite remember everything I said. I just know there was a lot of f bombs thrown his way. I did win
Oh,
this free shirt though, Austin.
nice.
Uh,
Did
yeah.
they shoot it
So
at you in the t-shirt gun?
no, I almost caught one of those, but this guy was coming up with a basketball hoop like attached to his back,
Hmm.
and he was like throwing out the basketball, and you had to shoot it. And if you made it, you got a free shirt. So I was like, I guess I was like this. He
Oh
threw it
shit.
to me. I had my White Claw or my Budweiser in my one hand and basketball in the other, and I shot it and I
Trained it.
drained it, nothing
Was
but net.
was there any help on his part? Did he adjust for
Oh,
you?
100%.
All right, at least you were in the vicinity.
Yeah.
We got Doodle Cars in the chat. Got to get them swishes. Danny NASCAR checking in. I just got my first pair of boots ever this winter. Love them. Um, Dan,
Imagine Dan rocking
Dan,
Tim's.
as someone who's lived in upstate New York for 30 plus years, the fact that you were just getting your first pair of boots is just outrageous. I
I
mean, you.
What kind of boots are they?
What do we think? I'm
If I
thinking like
if I had to
some like
guess,
big duck
Austin,
boots or something. I don't know.
it's like something that's like a brown leather that his sister picked out, and they have like the fur on the inside.
Okay.
Maybe a buckle that goes across.
Oh, he said they're Timberlands, dark brown.
I was right on the color.
Oh my, like, dude, I didn't even know they made dark brown
Tell,
Timberlands.
Dan, send me a picture of the boots that you got. That way I can visually see them and totally understand what kind of Tims we're talking here. Because all I'm thinking of is Bonafide from NBA Street, like Cole Anthony wore in the dunk
They
contest.
got the leather, like brim on the top of it, whatever you want to call it, or they just
Yes,
straight up like
they
dark
might have
brown.
the fur. They might have the fur in it.
I can't even picture like dark brown Tims. I only know the tan colorway.
I know black too. Drug
Well,
dealers
black,
usually got
yeah.
the black ones.
They probably sell like 10 of these boots a year, and Dan's the one that bought it. Oh, all right. I'm looking at them right now. They're
Dan,
not. They're not terrible. They're
my
not
cell
terrible.
phone's open, so whenever you want to send that picture, he's like, I gotta find it.
We need Dave. We need a like Drake photo shoot where you're just like in the snow next to your car or something. You get a shot, the full body shot with the Tims.
In his like running gears that protects his head just like Drake has.
Yeah, are you still doing outdoor laps this time of year? You got the Tims on, you just
I
go
think
outside the
Ash is
mall. And
running with him too. So he has Ash by his side.
does
It kind
Ash
of
have little Tim boots on?
it kind of looks like imagine that. It kind of looks like Nazi Germany with the German Shepherd right next to him. Oh, I got a picture. I was right.
what a, what is that? Those aren't Timberlands. Those are LL Bean.
I called it though. Do you see that with the fur?
Yeah,
With the fur on the top?
that looks like he's pulling up straight out of an igloo or something.
He's an Eskimo.
Yeah.
Danny Eskimo.
Oh my god, that's great. Well, congrats on your new boots, Dan.
Dan, how fast can you run in those boots? Do
Yes,
you run in
the
those boots?
shepherd is sitting next to me. Do you have custom orthotics for those boots? Did you just take out the inserts and get your own molded to you? I mean, I don't know. Bunions are no joke, man. So you gotta take care of that. Well, let's get into it. Enough boot talk. I mean, we're doing a bracket, which we'll get into, and it's no, it's not the top boots of all time, because Timberlands will probably just like be the unanimous favorite.
I don't know. I do like stripper boots. Those are definitely up there.
Stripper boots, well, cowboy boots, some nice
Um,
snake skin. There's a snake in
boots,
my boot.
boot scoot and boogie.
Okay, not sure what that has to do with anything. He says, "I can move quickly."
There is a lot of grip on them. I'm
Yeah.
sure Dan probably wears those playing racquetball. Like he's on the court. He's got the ultra grip on it.
Oh my god.
He can shift on a dime.
He had to get a snowmaker just to like make sure the boots are grippy on the racquetball court.
Dan, does the fur in the boots also come with a matching toupee for the top of your head?
Oh wow, that's just matching color, or you're talking about the fur?
Both.
He's probably gonna fucking dissect the fur from inside the boots and just lay it on top. He says, "Wow." Basket Case, Vermont. Have you guys seen the Next Grip brand of boots? I have not.
Look them
I
up.
mean, I mean. All right, I'll look them up. Let's see. Tyler's in Florida. I'm in California. We don't really have any need for boots at this point in our lives.
What is it called? The Next Grip?
NEX Grip boots.
NEX Grip boots.
Oh, they got a built-in
Oh, these are like Doc Martens almost.
they got a built-in bear trap on the heel. Holy shit, that's hardcore. That's definitely a Canadian boot when they're out there on the open ice doing some ice fishing or something.
Well, this one's not that bad. I kind of like these. Like
Yeah, it's
I
like a
could rock
Chelsea
those.
boot type deal. I
Yeah.
fuck with it.
I mean, this one though, Jesus Christ. Imagine Dan wearing these.
Wait, that's the exact one I have pulled up right now, bro. Those would go up to his inner thigh.
Those would go up to my lower stomach. Those would cover my whole body.
Be looking like Kim Kardashian's out here with the boots
I know
on.
rent is going up, Austin. I could fucking just buy a pair of boots and live in those.
Jeez, for real. That's got more square footage than the apartment I just looked at. Shit.
The kitchen's in the front of the toe, and in the heel you got the backyard.
Dan says I like those actually.
Oh
I just pictured Dan with those boots on. He's got like the Michael Kors like long jacket with the fur on the hood, and he's out with a nice cup of Joe walking Ash, just like talking to all the rest of the Karens about the daily news.
no. Can you believe that Cheryl's putting subway tile on her backsplash?
I just can't even. All the guys down at the store, they won't help me with this and that. I don't know.
Uh,
Oh man. All right, we love you, Dan. Congrats on the boots, and don't ever get boots that are that high that Tyler just showed.
yeah. Although I did need boots in Minnesota like that. I could have used them.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's almost like a croc, I feel like. The picture that I saw in those next grip, well, it's like, that you flip the thing and they got sport mode.
Oh,
The
yes.
tab in the heel looks like, okay, not too bad, like upstate New York winter. But then when you get into Minnesota or, Michigan near the Great Lakes, all that shit is blowing off. You're going to be frozen.
You can run up a
Buffalo.
fucking hill,
Yeah, and you,
a
you,
mountain.
you flip the Canadian strap up and you're good to go.
Canada?
Canada?
Canadian?
Canadian? What did I
Uh,
say?
I have no idea.
I thought I thought I said Canadian.
I
I don't
think
know.
you did. You may have.
We're talking too much about boots. My brain is fucking fried right now. We need to get into sports talk. Um, Tyler, big weekend for the college basketball world. We're getting into that time, March Madness, even though majority of the tournament doesn't even happen in March, but I guess it starts in March. They call it March Madness. Um, what did you say earlier? First time in history the top six seeds lost on the same day.
Top six teams. So they're not in seeds yet, but top
Oh
six
right, yeah,
teams
yeah.
ranked lost in all the same day. So
I mean that's
it,
just incredible.
so Gonzaga, who'd you say? You said Arizona lost to Colorado.
I'm about to pull it up. I think Auburn, Texas Tech, Kentucky.
Purdue beat someone, or
Uh,
maybe Purdue lost.
let me pull it up. Saturday. All right, so Gonzaga lost. St. Mary's, Colorado beat Arizona, Tennessee, which they were ranked 17 against Auburn. An SEC matchup. But it's not really a
And it
huge
was in
upset,
Tennessee too.
right? I think they might have actually been favored in that game, so I don't know that you can actually call it an upset. Depends how you look on it. Glass half full, half empty. Michigan
Imagine having the parlay though on this, Austin.
of all these teams.
Yeah, you pick the top six teams to lose.
I mean, that'd be just incredible. Michigan State beat Purdue. Baylor beat Kansas, which another 10 versus 5 matchup. 18 Arkansas beat number 6 Kentucky. And then 9 Texas Tech lost to TCU. So, I mean, a few of those you can almost put asterisks against. I know, like, the Colorado game I was watching for a little bit, they were at home. It was senior night. That always changes, like, the crowd, the atmosphere. And then you got, like, Tennessee, number 17, Baylor, number 10, Arkansas,
How
number
many of those
18.
games were away? Because I know Gonzaga was away too. So almost like all of them sound like they were away.
Um, I think all of them, yeah. Which I guess that probably doesn't bode well for the away team. But, typically if you're a top team, like, Texas Tech should not be losing to TCU. Uh, Purdue should not be losing to Michigan State. Arizona shouldn't lose to Colorado. I mean, St. Mary's, say what you will about them playing in the WCC, but they are 24-6. 23, 23rd team in the nation. So it's like they're not playing slouch teams, I guess.
They're a good. So what I usually gather from the mid-conference majors is they're consistent in winning. So it doesn't matter who they face. I mean, obviously you get your Gonzaga, you get your Pepperdine. I don't even know who else they face besides St. Mary and Gonzaga, who else they have in their conference.
Is
But
VCU in there?
no, because VCU's on the other side of the state or the country. They're in Virginia. So I mean,
Hmm.
they're consistent in winning. They're two really good teams. You can't not rank a team that's not like 23-6. Like that's pretty impressive in NCAA basketball. I mean, there's probably teams that are ranked a little bit higher that have worse records. I mean, even today, North Carolina, they're
Hmm.
18-10, and they're on the 10 seed in Joe Lunardi's bracket, and they're probably going to be higher ranked than St. Mary's at potentially in the bracket. So St. Mary's, they're always up there. They're always one of those teams that I love. They're like a dark horse for me in the bracket to pull off maybe one, maybe two upsets in the tournament. But I'm not surprised that they beat Gonzaga. The Gonzaga, tends to kind of lose to them often. more often than not. So
I feel like Gonzaga, they're like, I mean, I guess this doesn't really bode well for my argument, but they're like a regular season juggernaut, and then I feel like a lot of times they get in the tournament, and number one seed, number two seed, and then they just kind of fold under pressure. I mean, a lot of that probably has to do with the competition they're playing, Tyler. WCC I don't think is really that well known for its competitiveness. Um, Other than that, I mean, we won't do a whole like college basketball bracket preview, but have you been following it at all? Like, are there any teams you really like? Some teams you might think are frauds at this point?
I mean, teams that I definitely don't like is Syracuse. This year, I'm usually a Syracuse rooting fan. This year, they're now 500. I think they're 15 and 15, just losing to UNC today. I was watching a little bit of that game. They went into overtime. They're just not good this year. So unfortunately, they're gonna probably not even be in it unless they win the Big East. One team that I find awesome to watch is Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked them ever since they were good. Back in 2020, they started getting a lot of good recruits, playing fast-paced basketball, grit and grind kind of style too on defense. So definitely rooting for Baylor. They still have Mayer, who was there when they won the national championship, and then obviously Gonzaga. I think they're going to be a hard team to face in the NCAA tournament. Chet Holmgren or Holgren.
Close enough.
The white KD is what I'm gonna name him. Built like him, plays like him. They have all the right pieces around him. So I'm definitely excited. I'm always excited for NCAA basketball. I'm starting to get back into it a little bit, where I'm starting to see players and faces and who's good, who's bad. But we'll try and knock out a bracket, maybe
Mm-hmm.
win a game or two.
Yeah, last year was pretty atrocious. Put a lot of eggs in UConn's basket, which
Yes.
Tyler, don't look now. The UConn men's basketball team, 18th in the nation on a five-game win
Woo.
streak. Just came off a win against Georgetown, maybe, but I don't know. They had a big
Does
win
Book Knight
against
still play?
Villanova. No, he's on the Hornets.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Duke right now, the only top 10 team not to lose. That played on Saturday. They're currently on a six-game win streak. That
big
pop.
game for Duke, by the way, coming up.
What do they got?
North Carolina, Coach K's last game in
Mm,
Cameron Arena, or last regular season game.
right. Well, that's going to be a big one. All eyes on them. Farewell tour, excuse me, for Coach K. Be interested to see what they can do in the tournament. Couple other notes. Providence, the Friars won their first ever Big East title, and they did so with 2 games left to play in the season. Wisconsin making it back in the top 10. Arkansas, USC, UCLA, some pack schools in there, 16, 17. Murray State, Tyler, 28 and 2, 50 and 0 in the conference, currently on an 18-game win streak. I mean, these guys were just nobodies before John Morant went there. So it is, you see a lot of players saying, um, um, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not WBC, but
HBCU.
HBCU. Thank you. A lot of those guys saying like, oh, we got to start the trend. If we go there, then it'll just change the whole landscape. I mean, that's kind of what you saw with John Morant and Murray State. Like, smaller D1 school, didn't really have too many notable talents making it out, going to the pros. John Morant comes along, and I haven't obviously followed it too closely, but I'd like to say that him going there definitely impacted the past few years of recruitment and procuring a lot of these top recruits in the nation. Because no matter what conference you play in, right, an 18-game win streak in Division One basketball is hard to do.
So the last team that they lost to was Auburn, back in December,
Mm,
71-58. Which, I mean, that's a good loss.
yeah,
But the loss before that, Austin, you ready who they lost? I think it was the first game of no, it was the fourth game of the regular season.
probably a scrub.
East Tennessee.
Okay,
I don't even think that's D1. It might be.
maybe
Um,
1A. Who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, they faced a lot of nobodies, obviously. Um, Austin P, Morehead State, Tennessee Tech, Belmont, who puts up a good fight.
I think
They beat Memphis by 2. So you can't be mad at that. They beat a team named Campbellsville. I don't know who that is or what that is, but
is that where they make Campbell's chicken noodle soup?
it might be. Do you want to find out?
Yeah, Campbellsville. Let's look it up. Nah, you're good.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're definitely going to be one of those fun teams to watch. And the thing that I've always learned with college basketball is you can't, if a team is 28-2, there's a reason why they're 28-2. You can't discount them beating teams that you may think are bad. I mean, it's still D1 basketball. They're still facing good players, and at the end of the day, 28-2, they're one of the best in the country. I'm excited to see who they bring out on the floor and who's their best player. Find out a little bit more about them. Who's going to be the next John Morant? In
Mm-hmm.
terms of a guy that comes out. Actually, they face Weber State too, where Damian
Mm.
Lillard went.
Yeah.
So
I mean, typically a team like that, Tyler, has to still win their tournament to get in, get a
right.
bid, win the conference tournament to get a bid for March Madness. But they're ranked 22 in the nation. Like, do you think they're good enough and ranked high enough to get an automatic bid even without winning the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think their record shows that they should. Does that mean that they will? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know
Mm.
how hard the bracketology, I guess you could say, grades them on losing their conference and being a mid-major and whatnot. But I think they have enough seeds, with 68 teams that, a team that's ranked 22, if they lose, they would probably be ranked 28 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Should still get in. They're
Right.
obviously not a bad team.
Right. All right, yeah, no, we'll get into it a little bit more. Tyler and I's homework assignment in these upcoming weeks is to
Watch more college
watch more
basketball.
college basketball. Stay tuned. I mean, I don't know, like for me personally, Tyler, I enjoy college basketball. It's tough for me to get hyped for like I don't know, Texas Tech, Tennessee game in November, December, something like
Right.
that. I'll follow UConn, obviously, but when those conference championships like tournaments start, getting underway, man, it's just a different type of breed. It's just a different type of basketball. They're putting it out all on the line. There's upsets. It's a special time of year.
Yeah, I mean, it's win or go home. They know that. Most of those teams are literally playing their last games, that actually mean something unless they get into the NIT. But I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams that are fighting to get in. I mean, Syracuse for one. There's probably a lot of Big Ten teams, Big East teams, ACC teams that are on the brink, and if they don't win, then they're out. And then that's what makes college basketball fun, is that there's so many opportunities, where with college football you only get eight teams that really have an opportunity, where with college basketball we have over 100.
Yeah, I mean it's the best sports playoffs I think in any kind of sports. Just having that many teams, one and done type of atmosphere, and a lot of these guys, seniors, it could be their only time being in the tournament. So it's special. It's fun to watch. But
My early pick, Austin,
yes,
Gonzaga.
that's your pick. I
That's my
I, I,
pick.
I will never pick Gonzaga. I don't care if they got the Monstars as their starting five. I just can't trust them.
They needed this
They
loss against St. Mary's to push them forward, to propel them to the championship.
well, they won a few years ago, right? So
I think like two,
yeah, they got the monkey off their back. So I mean,
one or two.
I could see them. Yeah, I definitely remember them winning in
Who won
recent
last year?
history.
Baylor? I think it was Baylor.
Sounds right.
NCAA basketball.
Did they even have a tournament last year? Or was that 2 years ago they canceled it?
I think that was 2020. Yeah. So yeah, Baylor won.
Oh yeah, because I waited fucking 6 years. They were supposed to have the round of 64 games at the Albany Times Union Center, and ever since they announced that in 2016, I was hyped for it. And then of course, fucking COVID hits and they cancel it.
Actually, Gonzaga didn't win. They lost to Baylor last year. they were the runner up, so they haven't won yet.
Oh shit! All right,
I don't know
monkey.
if I can pick them.
The monkey is still very much at large on them,
The
right on
monkey
their
is still
back.
on the back.
I just think of the fucking Talladega Nights. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Awesome. Let's see how big of a Connecticut fan you are. When's the last time that they won the tournament?
It's been a while. I'm gonna say 2014.
Oh, nice. Who'd they beat?
Uh, was that the year they beat Butler?
No, that was 2011.
Uh, I know they beat Kentucky in
That's
the.
it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. Who was their coach?
Kevin Ollie.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Look at you,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Pat myself on the back, man.
All right, before 2011, what was the last time that they went to the or won the championship?
2004.
Damn it. Who'd they face?
Oh, fuck me. I don't
I
know.
actually didn't know this one.
I
Georgia
mean,
Tech.
oh yeah, I wouldn't have
Was
guessed
that
that
Chris Bosh's year?
for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, or was that after? That had to be
I don't
his
know. I
year.
know that was like Okafor and was oh shit, was Ben Gordon on that team? I don't even know. That was a
Yeah,
while ago.
he might have been.
Potentially. Rashad Anderson, the assassin, never had a career in the NBA, but that guy was electric to watch in college. It was the
Hmm.
last time the Nittany Lions won.
The NIT?
Yeah. They're the fucking NIT goats, dude. I feel
Yeah,
like I feel
they're always there.
they're always fucking winning that tournament. But yeah, speaking of brackets, Tyler, we do have a quite interesting bracket. While I pull this up, do you want to kind of give a little preview to the audience?
So, of course, we've been talking weeks. Brackets are coming. Well, brackets are here. Decided that today's bracket is going to be craziest names in sports history. Some of them we might get blurred out for.
Yeah,
It
there's
is
a
a
good
big
chance we get
possibility.
canceled just for saying a person's name on this stream.
So before we butcher these names, just take into consideration that possibly a bad word. So be ready for it. But I or the committee came up with a list of 16 names throughout sports history, uh, ranging a wide variety of sports, not
Yep.
only football, not baseball. We got basketball, swimming, even soccer, NASCAR. I had to shout out Danny NASCAR. I had to
Yep.
get a NASCAR guy in there. So we didn't just do NFL. We did
No,
all sports. We
we're
had to include them all.
oh wait, that doesn't work. I just dragged the one screen down, but now it's like on my face cam. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, we got it all. Like Tyler said, NFL, we got a lot of NFL, swimming, NASCAR, MLB, soccer. I mean, let's just dive into it, Tyler. I'm gonna share the screen with you.
Love
Uh,
it, need it, gotta have it.
um, wait, you don't want that. You don't want to look at yourself.
Hi.
How about that? How you got me now?
Yes.
All right. So the number one matchup, my favorite name in recent years, we got Peony Sewell and Jim Bob Cooter, which I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm immature, but anytime I hear or say the word Cooter, I just automatically laugh, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, this one was I tried doing matchups that made sense, NFL versus NFL like I have in the past, but Jim Bob Cooter, technically not an NFL player, but an NFL coach. That's why I kind of ranked him 16. It was kind of an asterisk vote, but you can't say that Jim Bob Cooter is not one of the most electric names out there.
He was like a coach on the Lions, right?
Yes, I think he was offensive coordinator for the Lions
Mm.
at one point. Just imagine this, Austin. You walk into your office. You're the owner of the Lions.
It's
A guy walks up to you and says, "Hi, I'm interviewing for the head coaching position of the Lions."
mm.
And he shakes your hand and you say, "Hi, my name's Austin Cook. What's your name?" And he goes, "My name's Jim Bob Cooter." You
He,
tell me you have a straight face on your face, and I'd tell you you're a liar.
like at what point does someone in that family just be the person to step up and say, I'm gonna save future generations from ridiculement and bullying, like I'm gonna change my last name. Maybe do like a how could you even like maybe drop the O and put an extra T, make it Cotter? I don't know. Like Cooter is just there's I don't Tyler, we could be in flying cars and right, it just be in the metaverse, but if someone has the last name Cooter, they're getting made fun of.
Austin, I mean, the guy, I just thought about this. The guy does it to himself. There is no reason why his name couldn't be James Robert Cooter. Instead, he has to say Jim Bob.
Jim Bob. I mean, but we're not even talking about our good friend Peony. Um, Even though that's not how you pronounce it, I believe it's Panay, which even so is great as well because Tyler, that's a kind of pasta dish.
Yeah. Um,
Like
Panay Sewell, Peony Sewell, we're going Peony, because
we gotta.
he got to. Um, yeah, you got to start the
You
tournament.
can't
Peony
make.
Sewell, a unanimous number one pick.
Yeah.
I mean, just the laughter that the belly laughs that I've had after saying this guy's names over Jim Bob Cooter, 100%.
For some reason, anytime I say it, and it's at this point, like maybe at first I was doing it as a joke, but now I have conditioned my brain, and I will. Oh, I could probably walk up to him and say, "Hi, Peony, nice to meet you." I mean, Penny. Fuck, I don't know, but like I just think my brain would not allow me to say his actual name correctly.
I want to meet the guy. I don't think, as you said, I don't think I would be able to have a straight face throughout our whole entire conversion with each
No.
other, and I might get punched in the throat
Yeah. Nah, he would.
or a Samu slam because I know he's Samoan. So
He would probably just crumple me up like a fucking piece of paper and put me in his pocket next to his peenie. All right, Peenie Sewell, Penny Sewell. I'll try to, for this purpose, I'll try to call him by his legit pronunciation. Tyler, this next matchup, I just feel Twitter canceling me for even just looking at this and my mind racing. Like if Elon Musk had put his fucking mind control thing in the back of my skull, like I would be done for. But we got Misty Hyman versus Dick Trickle. um, First of all, if your name is Misty and you're a swimmer, that's just like the greatest thing of all time. That's like I know we talked about it, Tyler. Like if you were a dinosaur, like you have to name your kid Rex. I feel like. I mean, that's just it's a layup. It's an alley oop right there. It's too easy. Um, but also kind of setting up for failure because Misty and Hyman, I feel like, are somewhat synonymous, right? If we're talking lady parts, um, it is known, which is Misty is a great word to describe for all those weirdos out there that cringe every time you say the word moist. It's like, all right, I'm gonna call it Misty, right? It's like you're spraying the cat when he's on the counter, just misting him. Um, Dick Trickle, that's just a great one. Dick, I mean, I would love to see a graph, Tyler, of the chart where it's like the names and their usage, like how much Richard has just completely dove off of a cliff.
yeah, I mean, again, this is another situation where Dick could easily been named Richard Trickle. I think he went full fledged, full bore. I'm gonna be named Dick Trickle. Especially being in NASCAR. You just got passed by Dick Trickle. Just
And
all of the
there goes Dick trickling by the competitors in first place.
and Dick Trickle's making another left hand turn down the finish line. Dick Trickle for the win.
Do we think Danny NASCAR had any Dick Trickle posters growing up?
I would be surprised if Danny NASCAR knows who Dick Trickle is.
Dan, if you're still here, we need you to comment. Tyler,
Confirm.
my answer for this is very very firm. It's one sided. I may have a new favorite in this competition. For me, it's Misty Hyman all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Misty Hyman, and I'll agree with you on that, and purely based on she was literally born to swim.
Yeah.
It's not only in her nature, it's in her lady parts, and it's
Yeah.
also in her name. So, also the fact that her parents knew that their last name was Hyman, and she
Yeah.
said they were like, "Let's name her Misty."
I,
Red flag.
I guess it's better than naming her like I don't even know like what a good word would be, but like dry, something along the names of dry. Like I guess you'd rather be Misty Hyman than Dry Hyman.
Like Virginia Hyman, Virgin Hyman,
Oh, I mean
all the names that
that's
could
an
have
all
happened.
timer. Yeah. All right, we're moving on, Tyler. Another one that's just absolutely gonna get
Austin,
me.
you want me to do this one?
Yeah, just get the
MLB.
pronunciation right for me, because my
Um,
brain is going one place.
Obviously a wild name. Rusty Kuntz, who is a MLB manager. I think he's a first base coach for the Royals or something like that. Going up against former pitcher Steve Sharts. And
Wait,
yes, these are real people. Fact checking has been done. Um,
wait, Tyler. I just had a fucking idea. This is like, when Pokemon like evolve into something else?
yes.
You start out as Misty Hyman and then you evolve into Rusty Kuntz. Like over time, the Misty gets Rusty and the Hyman gets Kuntz. Oh, that's incredible. And then the other one, Steve Sharts. I mean, another. It just, I don't know. Do we have a background on Mr.
I
Sharts?
I just Austin, I just don't think you win with whatever first name you put with that. Like you have to change your whole last name. Like why is your last name Sharts? And also, they probably didn't even know what a shart was back in the day until like maybe early 2000s.
True. He
And
he
and
probably got
and,
saved.
and now all of his kids and all of his
Yeah,
grandchildren are just totally fucked for the rest of their lives.
that is very true. Back in that time period, Sharts was probably not a word. We might have to petition to get Sharts as a real word in the dictionary. Kind of like Frindle. I would definitely sign that. This is a tough one, Tyler. Are you leaning one way or the other? Because these are both great. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to see uh, Kuntz versus Hyman in the semis, 1000p. But
I'm leaning 100% towards Rusty Kuntz on this
all
one.
right,
Um, Honestly, it's
I'm
it's
with
just
you.
a classic. Everybody in the baseball world obviously knows of this guy, and there's always jokes that are being made about his Kuntz.
He's got the Rusty's, Kuntz, and all the land. Moving on, Tyler. Ex-Packer great, ex-Green Bay great. Sorry, I forgot that one. Haha, Clinton Dix. Uh, and then we got Dick Butkus, Tyler. I mean,
Isn't this a rivalry too? Dick Butkus, didn't he play for the Bears?
if I'm not mistaken, I believe so. So I just gotta say, first and foremost, obviously we're all thinking it. Clinton sounds like Clinton Dix, but not even just that. I think what his real name is like Hassan or Sean or something like that. But who said it was a good idea to abbreviate and make his name Haha? He's literally laughing at his own last name.
Hashan Trayshawn Clinton Dix.
Where does Haha come from that?
Maybe because it's HA exclamation or not exclamation, apostrophe Sean, like Big Sean, Hushawn Trushawn Clinton Dix. I mean, honestly, I think I'd rather be called Hush. Like, you have a first name that rhymes with your middle name. I mean, I feel like this is a Dr. Seuss character, like Hushawn Deshawn or
Yeah.
Hushawn Trushawn Clinton Dix.
I mean, he's gotta be up there for most names in history of the universe. Like he's got two first names, maybe a middle name, and then two last names. I mean, five names? That's
Pick a
incredible.
name.
That's like the opposite of Cher. She only wanted one. This guy has five.
Well, let me ask you this: if you could pick, which last name would you rather have? One on one end of the spectrum,
Uh,
think of this, Austin, as a black man, haha, Clinton Dix.
yeah,
You have the last name Clinton. You therefore share the same last name as obviously Hillary and Bill Clinton.
right.
Or you could have a phallic object as your last name. Which would you prefer?
I'm going dicks all the way. It's just completely unique. It's dare I say original, never been done before, right? There's not a lot of dicks running around there. Um, that's who I would have to go with. And then
Look
of
at
course,
those little dicks running up the hill after getting off the bus.
and there goes Dix on his way into the end zone. Wow, he really pounded that ball through. And then you got Dick Buckus. I mean, it just for me, Tyler, it doesn't have the same appeal. You know, it's like we already got Dick Trickle, which is the last name's better. Butt Kiss. I guess you kind of get like a dick butt type joke in there. But for me, I'd have to go with haha.
I think the OGs love Dick Buckus. Obviously, it's been the laughing joke ever since I've been born and love sports. Everybody
Hmm.
obviously knows about Dick Buckus, but I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm gonna go haha Clinton Dix with you just because of how absolutely absurd that like even his nickname is
Incredible.
absurd. Like he
Yeah.
can't win. Hashan Trishan, and he goes with haha instead.
I'm just picturing like his kindergarten teacher reading the last name, like Clinton Dix, like haha, laughs to himself, and then just like writes down haha, and is like, oh wait, shit, I guess he's gonna go by haha now.
Does Now I just thought of this. Does haha Clinton Dix now get royalties for every time Lil Durk laughs in a song?
I mean, he might. That's a good question. That'd be something we'll have to fact check. We'll have to get on Wiki after the pod.
Yeah, I mean he should do it. I mean, Lil
Yeah,
Durk saying his name.
all the time.
There's only one haha too.
Right.
Name another. I'll wait.
You'll be waiting for a long time, honey, because I will not be able to think of one. Next matchup. Again, going back to show how much of a sadistic fuck Tyler is, he puts someone with the last name Satan as the 3 seed. Miroslav Satan. I gotta say 3 Hail Marys and do the cross, the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, just to repent myself from saying that name. Versus number 14, Fabian Assman. Tyler, I think I might have gotten mixed up in the in the birthing chambers, or whatever they call those, baby ward at the hospital, because I myself am a self-proclaimed ass man. And I feel like I probably should have been born with the surname of it as well.
Imagine your name was Fabian. And first off, imagine your name's Fabian. Just number one. Second, your last name is Assman, as if you're like a proctologist or something.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Miroslav Satan, it's only right. Obviously, not getting into anything, but everything going on. A Russian dude with the last name Satan. It only makes sense. But for me, this is an easy one. Fabian Assman, just purely based off of the last name. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
every dude strives to have that as a last name. There's not one single person on this earth that's a guy that would not want to. Even it doesn't matter if you're single or straight, or if it doesn't matter if
Or
you're
if
straight
you're
or
a boob
gay.
guy, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you are an ass man. Everybody's an ass man, and
Yeah.
everybody strives to be one.
Everyone has an ass man. Okay, Fabian Assman maybe in the running is my second favorite name on the bracket right now. It'd be great. I'm speaking this matchup into existence. Um, Next matchup we got Dick Felt and DeBrickashaw Ferguson. I mean, again, the combination, a lot of dick on this bracket, Tyler. Um, and
It
then
was a
just
popular name back in the '60s,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, before, yeah, again, leave it to America to just have like turn the most popular name at the time into a euphemism for male genitalia. I mean, you don't see too many dicks anymore. Um, but yeah, Dick Felt, and then to pair it up with the last name, But I don't know though, Tyler. DeBrickashaw, Ferguson. I mean, this man literally was the muse. The muse. It was Josh Savage's muse for he was the
Uncut
muse.
Gems.
Jams. He was the muse behind a whole Key and Peele skit. I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, DeBrickashaw, it's just a name that you'll never ever hear. But I mean, at the same time, Dick Felt. I mean that's a tough one, Austin. I
Uh,
might have to do the coin flip on this one.
we
I
got our
mean,
first ever coin flip
I
or
mean
for the bracket.
Dick Felt, Austin. Come on, that's a good one.
I'm not mad if he goes on to the next round, but I just feel bad for our boy Brickashaw because that's like just an all-time name.
Ball don't lie.
All right, we're doing
Coin
it.
don't lie.
What are we calling?
Uh, well, Dick will get heads,
Okay, Dick gets heads.
and DeBrickashaw gets tails.
All right, I'm flipping it. Here we go. Tails it
There it
is. We're
is.
getting Brickashaw in the next round.
I feel good about either one. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'm not upset at that one.
Former Jets great, as we have plenty of Jets fans on, Instant Games TV. So
Right.
you're welcome.
Yes. You're welcome. Probably maybe the best part of Jets recent history. I mean, in past 2000, I mean, maybe having DeBrickashaw Ferguson on your team is the highlight of it, and that's saying a lot. The next matchup, Tyler, just an all around fun matchup. We got Stubby Clap and then Boof Bonzer. I mean, I don't know what any of it means, but I have a great time saying it. Like, I would love to be either and or both of their friends just so I could say like Stubby, what's going on? Or like Boof, how's it hanging, my boy?
Boof sounds like a name that we would name one of our good friends, Brendan. Like Boof, Biggie
Big
Boof,
Boof.
Big Boof.
Isn't a
Uh,
boof like when you butt chug or like drink through
well,
your butt?
it reminds me of like a boop, like that you would do on a dog.
Boop.
But Stubby Clapp, former Canadian baseball great,
Wow.
second baseman or third or shortstop, I think. Boof Bonzer, I think, was a pitcher, way back in the day. If this were up to me, purely based on if Stubby Clapp played second
Hmm.
base or shortstop,
Right. Well,
actually
shortstop would
shortstop,
be yeah.
I have to go. All right, if Stubby Clapp plays shortstop, I'm going with him. Look it up.
All
If
right.
not, it's got to be Boof.
My search history might fucking pop up something else. I probably should have just hid the screen, but first wait. Okay, what position did he play? It said first base coach.
What's he might? Oh, second base. Damn
Wait,
it!
all right.
Right there.
Shortstop would have been great.
That would have been. There's no reason why this guy should have never played shortstop from the get.
Oh, that's just like spitting in Destiny's face right now. You have fucking Stubby Clap and then you don't play shortstop. I mean, come on. I'm just thinking, like, you know how like sometimes
I
there's
dare you to
certain.
look up Boof Bonzer, by the way.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Okay,
We're gonna get canceled. Nah, I will if you want me to.
I do. I really kind of want to see what he looks like.
Boof Bonzer. He looks like his name is Boof. If there's gonna be any guy named Boof, that's a Boof right there. Boof goes the weasel.
Imagine,
That's
go back
incredible.
to the picture. Imagine you're the two daughters of this guy, and his name is Boof. Look at, go back right there.
Oh no.
What's your dad's name? Boof.
We got Biff and Baff there with Boof. Oh my goodness. Uh but yeah, but I was gonna say, you know how certain words in the American language like don't directly translate to like Spanish or something?
Right.
Like I just feel like stubby clap would just be another word for chode STD in like another language. Like he's got the stubby clap.
That's like a street name for it.
Right, right. Street name for a small dick with chlamydia.
Yes.
But I could go either way, Tyler. If you feel strongly, if you rather go Stubby or Boof,
Well,
I'm with
Stubby
you.
wasn't a shortstop, so we got to go with Boof.
All right. I feel like we owe it to his daughters
Yeah.
that we just exposed on the No Look podcast, completely roasting their dad's name. Last matchup in the first round. God Sham God, incredible name. Not taking anything away from that. Probably the only name I can say and be like, that's cool on this list and not laugh at. Uh, Followed by Mr. Chubby Cox, which is just an all-time hilarious. I, I do I have to say anything? I think I just gotta say his name, right? I
Look him
mean,
up.
oh sure. I'm hiding the screen first for this one. Jesus. This one will definitely take me to fucking meat spin or something. I don't think what Dan wants us to ruin the whole. I'm not clicking on images. There's a 0% chance I click on images. Uh,
his his real name is John Arthur.
what? How? How? Okay, I don't see anything. Do you see any dicks on the screen? I do not. I'm gonna go
I
back.
see Kobe.
Yeah. Um, the dirtiest sports names ever. Chubby Cox.
Wow.
But just imagine being a child with trading cards. Dad, look at this guy, Chubby Cox. If you go to your room, Christopher, wash your mouth out with soap. Oh man.
Obviously, it looks like Chubby Cox had a big influence on Kobe. I'm seeing a lot of pictures with Kobe right now.
Remember, oh, what is? Okay, what does any of this have to do with? Nothing of it is even related to Chubby Cox. Like I clicked on this Kobe one. Oh man, like that's literally like, do not say that name around a "that's what she said" guy, because every 5 seconds is just, "that's what she said."
Oh, how does the announcer even call the game?
Uh,
And now introducing your point guard, 5'10", Chubby Cox.
and there goes Chubby Cox sticking the ball into the hole.
Really finger it into the hole, Chubby
Oh my god! Thank God he did not play
Cox.
during Twitter era, because this man, he could have been the best basketball player of all time, but a fucking guy on Twitter in his mom's basement would find a way to just ratio the fuck out of him and make a clip into something crazy. I mean, no disrespect to the God Shame God, one of the best street basketball players of all time, but if I don't put Chubby Cox through into the next round, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
It would be a disservice to the bracket of
Yeah.
craziest names in
All
sports.
right, we're in agreement then. So as
God Sham God.
yeah.
Like you have the same name, and then part of it in your last name. Just absolutely crazy.
Again, probably a nickname though, so it's not like,
And Chubby isn't.
yeah.
His first name was John Arthur. He could have easily said John Arthur Cox.
Yeah, but God Sham God, okay, maybe not like God Sham God is like a stage name, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Chubby
It's like
at least
Prince.
is like is like a nickname paired up with his surname that he was born into. So it's
All
like
right.
a little bit more legitimate, I guess.
Question for you.
Yeah,
Would you rather have the last name Dix or Cox?
Cox. I don't know why.
It sounds more harsh.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like straight to the point.
Dix is like gotten so
Austin
watered
Cox.
down. I mean,
Austin
I've
Dix.
definitely been called Austin Cock before. Like, if someone doesn't connect the O all the way on the second O on my last name, and it looks like a C, so, or someone just wanted to make
I didn't even think
a
about
dumb
that.
joke. Yeah.
Wow, I've never thought about that.
Yeah. Which I've probably done before because I write very fast.
Tyler Cox, Tyler Dix. Tyler Cox sounds like a country singer.
Yeah. Tyler Cox, Austin Cox.
Also a country singer.
I
Sound
don't know.
like brothers.
All right. Austin Tyler Cox, Austin Dix. No, I feel like Tyler Dix is rolls a little bit better than Austin Cox.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
All right. That's when we're down in Nashville and we're singing, signing up for karaoke. That's what we'll put ourselves down as.
Tyler Dix and Austin
Yeah.
Cox
We're there.
and Big Boof
Big Boof.
and Cody Cooter.
Cody Cooter. Uh, Brian Kuntz. We don't have any girls in there, so I don't think we can do a Hyman. But all right, we gotta move on. Going bottom up, starting with Cox as we traditionally do. Cox versus Bonzer, Boof, I should say. Tyler, I don't know. For me, this is
This is
a walk off. This is a no look,
this is
easy free throw.
a Chubby Cox grand slam off of a Boof Bonzer in the 7th inning.
Chubby Cox just took Boof Bonzer deep, super deep and girthy. Again, this one we've already really like dove into the names and laughed at them. Even though anytime I look at Chubby Cox or Ass Man, like it's still funny. I gotta go Ass Man on this one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. Ass Man over Ferguson. I mean, Ass Man the assassin.
Yeah, Ass Man. Yeah, that was like teachers back in the day. Don't put ASS for association, like abbreviation. Like make sure you put the N or something. um, the next matchup we got Dix versus Kuntz. Tyler, I gotta go with old Rusty.
Yeah, I mean,
Rusty's a great name.
I've never met a Rusty that isn't a middle-aged white man though.
Right. Definitely Rusty
What's
and
the
Dick.
actual name of Rusty? Like Richard is Dick. What's Rusty? Is it just
Uh,
Rusty?
I don't know. We can look it up.
Real name for Rusty.
Rusterson. Rustic Xander. I don't know.
Rusty Xander.
Real
Rusty
name
Rusty Coons.
for Rusty.
Russell. That makes a
Really?
lot of sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That one makes sense. It's like you get Bill from William. Um, what is Rusty a nickname for? Yeah. Rustin. Okay.
Rustin, really?
You don't hear too many of those, but yeah,
You
Russell.
should name your son Rustin.
Rustin. Wasn't that the guy? Wasn't that
Rustin Cook.
Rustin? Oh no, I'm thinking Ruxin from the league.
Oh yeah.
Rustin. I feel like I've heard Rustin before. Maybe not. I got
Russellworth Cook. Coons.
Cox, Dix, Hyman. I don't know. We're all over the place. Who do you like in this one? I like Rusty.
I'm going with Rusty, the old Rusty Coons.
All right,
He only hit 5 home runs in his day, but
Tyler. This is the best matchup since David and Goliath. We got Peony versus Hyman. Just an all-time matchup. I think I gotta go with Misty on this
I
one.
think we got to see them face to face.
Right.
I need a Misty Hyman
Yeah.
picture versus a Peony Sewell picture. Just be careful
Uh,
on the Misty Hyman one. That's
yeah.
all I'll say.
Let me let me change the screen.
Incognito.
Misty. Oops, excuse me. Misty Hyman. Oh, did you even spell it right? You didn't spell it right. It's with an A. It's all right. You still get the pronunciation.
Wait, what? Oh, whoops.
Okay. I mean, this definitely looks like a Misty, right?
Yeah, she is definitely going to be, once she's done, winning gold medals, she's definitely going to be a physical therapist, 100%.
Well, how old is she? This one, if this is her, she's definitely showing her age there. I mean, that
What?
looks pretty old, right? Like she was an Olympic swimmer. Oh wait, what's this
Yeah.
one say?
She's 42.
2000 something?
2000? Yeah, she's 42. So she won
42.
it when she was 18 or 20.
That's got to be one of the oldest Hymens in the history of Hymens. If I don't say so myself.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And then Peony. That's not how you spell it. Sewell. I mean, that's a peenie right there. That's a big peenie.
That is the number one peenie right there.
Yeah. Number one overall
Go
peenie.
down to the picture where he looks like he's like coming straight out of jail. Go down right there.
This guy.
Yes. Yes. What is that?
That's just his stock photo from picture day.
He had no VC to get a new haircut.
Yeah.
Couldn't
He,
get his beard trimmed up.
he's got some locks. I mean,
That's the real peenie right there.
that's a nice head of hair on a peenie there. I don't
That
know,
peenie's
man.
kind of curly. I'm not gonna lie. The peenie hair is curly.
Curly peenie. I don't know. I kind of like Misty in this one, just overall, because like you get Hyman, that's funny. You get Peenie, that's funny. Um, but like combined, Misty Hyman is just incredible. I got some audio coming through the headset. We got a raid from Love Alec. What's going on? We're doing our draft, the No Look podcast of the best names in sports history. Or is it okay? Craziest names.
I just feel like I can't go against Peony. I just can't do it. I
Really?
feel wrong.
You're
I
hard
feel
on
wrong.
Peony?
I'm very hard on Peony.
Okay. I
Coin
gotta
flip
coin
it.
flip it.
Gotta coin flip
Heads
it.
for Peony, tails for Hyman.
I love it.
Tails last time. What will it be this time? Heads. Peeny's moving on. God damn it. I wanted that Misty Hyman versus Rusty Kuntz, man. That was the matchup we all wanted and needed.
Well, we can't always get what we want. But if you try
Yeah.
sometime, you might get a Rusty Coons.
Yeah, don't try too hard. And make sure you oil that thing up. And this is where it gets tough. Peony Sewell, Rusty Kuntz, and we got Fabian Assman versus Chubby Cox. Tyler, where do we start? I mean,
I need some time to digest the second matchup that we got. The first one, I don't know, man. It's kind of easy for me. There's no greater name than Rusty Coons.
yeah.
It rolls off the tongue a little bit better. You know, the fact that Peeny's here, you know, off a coin flip
Right.
alone, you know, I feel like we've done him justice
He didn't earn it.
for all the laughter he brought us. But this is too big of a competition when you go up against Rusty Coons.
Yeah. That Russ will catch up to you over time for sure, as we've seen in this matchup, Tyler. Moving on, another one that's just completely difficult. Fabian Assman, Chubby Cox.
I think I'm all laughed out. I don't think I can laugh anymore.
My stomach hurts. I've been belly laughing for the last 47 and a half minutes, man. I don't know, dude. For me, Assman is just such a great last name. Like,
Is that his real name?
was yeah, I was gonna say, was he born with that? Like, did you change his name? Did one of his relatives, ancestors change their name over time?
So actually, I spelled his last name wrong.
Okay.
So it's Assman with two N's.
Even better. I'm
You
an
think?
ass man.
Walter
Emphasize.
Fabian Assman is an Argentinian professional footballer.
I
He's
mean,
a goalkeeper too. He protects your ass. He is
he protects your ass,
literally
man.
the ass man.
It's probably pronounced like Osman or something like that.
The fact that he's a goalkeeper too. I mean, I don't think that there's a better position for your name.
He's just
Wow,
blocking
he
all the.
just saved our ass. He's the ass man.
Yeah. He's blocking all of it. He's making everything all constipated there in the goal.
What position do you think Chubby Cox played?
Oh man, he's got to be power forward all day, right?
I think he's a point guard.
No way.
Yes, 6'2" point guard.
Wow.
He went to Villanova and San Francisco. He might have even played with no, that was way after Will Chamberlain. Never mind.
I have no idea where these time periods are. I just think he has a funny name, which is why we're still talking about it in 2022.
His son, John Cox,
Mm.
that's where the Kobe tie comes in.
Ah,
John Cox knew Kobe somehow.
gotcha.
Whether it was Kobe watching Chubby Cox play for the
Right.
Wilkes-Barre Barons in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So
Probably. There's a
there's the
Philly
tie.
connection. There it
There's a
is.
tie between Kobe and Chubby Cox. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But there's also a tie between Leo Messi and the Ass Man. Wait, yeah, because he's Argentinian.
Okay. Wow. I mean, this has just made it a lot more complicated. Now it's like Leo Messi and Ass, and then you got Chubby Cox and Kobe. I'm completely torn, Tyler.
Honestly, Austin, I don't know what to do. I think a coin flip needs to ensue.
I think
Uh,
we have to because we can't like
it's only right.
yeah. All right. Well, we got to give tails to Ass, man, right? And then we'll give heads to Chubby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, head, Cox,
Yeah.
tails, Ass Man.
What do we got? It was heads last time.
Ass
Tails.
Man. The Ass Man
Ass
versus
man is
the
moving on.
upset, the 14 seed. He is literally
Wow.
Loyola Chicago right now.
Yeah. And Raiders sister Jean.
I was like, wait, is he behind me?
Yeah, no, I don't know where I was going with that. All right, Tyler. Somehow we've navigated through the Peenies, the Hymens, the Sharts,
The
uh,
Boofs.
the Dicks, the Cocks, the Boofs, and we got the final matchup.
The
Rusty
God and the
Coons,
Satan, too. Can't forget that.
God and Satan. Oh, that would have been for our religious viewers. That would have been an all-time matchup. We had where was
I would
it?
have made you do a coin flip.
Mir. I no way, no way. I would have rather fucking cut my wrist on stream and then potentially leave fate up to having Satan move on to the next round. You're not welcome here. Not in
The
my house.
drama.
But all right, we got it. Rusty versus Ass Man. Tyler, this is a tough one.
On one end, you have the Kuntz, Rusty
Yeah,
Kuntz. Obviously, you know the name that we're going for, versus the Ass Man.
right.
So I tell you, Austin, are you a Kuntz man or are you an Ass Man? That is your choice here today in the finals of this craziest names in sports. Do
Hmm.
you like Ass more than you like Kuntz, or do you like Kuntz more than you like Ass?
I mean, as long as they're pink, I don't really care, you know. I don't know. I feel like you and I are both ass man,
I
but
have to go Ass Man 100%. I honestly thought Peony Sewell would have been unanimous. But we made it here, and honestly, I'm glad I've met Fabian Assman. I might have to get a Fabian Assman jersey. I'm looking it up.
if they sell them, I will definitely get one.
It has two ends, just so you know.
That's fine. I can
How is
rip
how
off
is
the second end.
how is Fabian Assman's jersey not the number one selling jersey in all of sports?
I don't know. I feel like it should be. I mean, maybe it's a big European thing. I don't know. We could be, shadow banned from that kind of market.
I'm gonna have to find us a jersey, and we might have to rock it in Nashville.
That'd be incredible. Just the ass man, bros.
And it's orange. It would match your consequential clothing hunting edition.
Incredible. Incredible. What else is incredible is that we made it through this list without laughing ourselves into an early grave because, Tyler, that was quite hilarious. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Um, that was great. Fabian Assman, the winner of the craziest names in sports.
Shout out Fabian Assman wherever you are.
And
You're our hero.
shout out to all the Assmen across the world.
Y'all know who you are.
Shout out to Assmen. I just did a little Virgo crew
That's a callback.
fist. Yeah, callback for our OG viewers. All right, Tyler, we're cutting into my airtime. Um, that was a good episode, fun episode. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week again.
Maybe another bracket.
Probably another bracket. Probably a little bit more college basketball talk. Um, as always, I'm gonna be here next for Monday Night Gaming, so don't go anywhere.
KD might be back next week. By the time we talk,
Hmm.
Kevin Durant might be back for the Brooklyn Nets, baby.
When's Ben Simmons gonna play?
Who knows? Who cares? KD's back, the greatest scorer of all time.
All right, we'll see. tune in to next week's episode whenever the fuck it is because we can't decide on a time. But also, don't go anywhere. I will be right back with Monday Night Gaming.
Love ya.